Om Namah Shivaya can damage your brain. Recent neuroscience reveals a disturbing truth. This ancient mantra can trigger involuntary trance states and suppress memory, leaving practitioners vulnerable. Ancient scriptures themselves warned of the mantra's immense power, but modern spiritual seekers remain dangerously ignorant of the risks involved. Some meditators report losing their sense of self for hours, trapped in a chant loop they cannot break. Even when they desperately want to stop, neuroscientists discovered that the repetitive syllables can override the brain's default mode network, the seat of self-awareness and identity. This neural hijacking can lead to dissociation, especially in individuals with a history of trauma, causing them to relive painful memories without warning. The chant's vibrational frequency is precisely tuned to 432 Hz, which resonates deeply with the brain's theta waves. Theta waves are associated with deep meditation, creativity, and healing, but also with hypnosis, suggestibility, and loss of critical thinking. In some cases, prolonged chanting has triggered full psychotic episodes in vulnerable people, leading to hospitalization and long-term mental health issues. This phenomenon is not unique to Hinduism. Similar effects are observed in Gregorian chants and Sufi dhikr, where repetition alters consciousness, but Om Namah Shivaya has a unique linguistic structure that amplifies the effect, making it more potent than other mantras. The mantra contains nasal consonants that stimulate the vagus nerve, inducing a profound calm but also opening a gateway to vulnerability. In the 1960s, Dr. Herbert Benson at Harvard University began studying the profound effects of mantras on the human mind and body. He discovered that repeating a simple word or phrase could trigger what he called the relaxation response, lowering blood pressure and metabolism significantly. However, Dr. Benson's research was dangerously incomplete, focusing exclusively on positive outcomes while completely ignoring potential negative psychological effects. A decade later, in the 1970s, a secret experiment was underway at the Central Intelligence Agency, investigating the use of ancient mantras for mind control purposes. This covert operation was part of the infamous Project MKUltra, a CIA program exploring methods of psychological manipulation and interrogation techniques. Without the subject's knowledge or consent, researchers administered the Om Namah Shivaya mantra, observing its effects on suggestibility and mental compliance. Subjects exhibited extraordinary compliance levels and reported disturbing memory gaps. Unable to recall significant portions of their experiences, the entire experiment remained classified for decades. Its details hidden from public view while potentially dangerous research continued behind closed doors. This is just the beginning. Subscribe to see more amazing content. Fire. When documents were eventually declassified, they revealed the chilling truth. The mantra was specifically used to create programmable mental states in subjects. Deep within the human brain lies a sophisticated critical filter, constantly evaluating every piece of information for safety and relevance before reaching consciousness. This neurological gatekeeper protects us from manipulation and harmful suggestions. When Om Namah Shivaya is chanted repeatedly, this critical filter begins to fatigue. The constant repetition creates neural exhaustion, gradually weakening the brain's natural defense against external influence and suggestion. The specific syllables in Om Namah Shivaya activate the left temporal lobe, the brain's language processing center. This region is responsible for understanding words and forming coherent thoughts, making it highly receptive to the mantra's linguistic structure. Simultaneously, the right hemisphere's default mode network becomes suppressed. This network is responsible for self-referential thinking and mind-wandering, creating an unusual state of focused attention that bypasses normal conscious evaluation. This neurological imbalance creates a state of transient hypofrontality, where the prefrontal cortex temporarily reduces its activity. The prefrontal cortex is the brain's executive center, responsible for decision-making, impulse control, and complex reasoning. The prefrontal cortex acts as the brain's chief executive officer, governing willpower, judgment, and self-awareness. When its activity decreases during mantra chanting, the brain loses its ability to critically evaluate incoming information and make conscious decisions. Without the prefrontal cortex's full engagement, the brain becomes highly suggestible to external cues. The mantra creates a neurological vacuum where suggestions can be implanted directly into the subconscious mind without conscious resistance or evaluation. The nasal consonants in Om Namah Shivaya stimulate the vagus nerve, triggering a parasympathetic response. This response normally activates during rest and digestion, creating a profound sense of calm and physical relaxation throughout the body. This parasympathetic response produces the peaceful feelings associated with mantra chanting, but simultaneously lowers the brain's natural defenses against manipulation. The body enters a state of profound relaxation while the mind becomes increasingly receptive to external influence. The same power that once calmed a monk's mind is now weaponized by modern gurus to create dependency and drain bank accounts. They embed subliminal commands within the chant, like, "You need me" or "Give me money," bypassing your conscious mind entirely. These commands slip past your critical filter and land directly into your subconscious, accepted as truth without question. Online meditation apps have been caught hiding affirmations designed to boost profit, not your peace. Political rallies now use mantras to induce groupthink, turning independent minds into obedient followers. Marketing experts have long known that jingles with repetitive structures create brand loyalty by hacking your brain's reward system. Some therapists use mantra repetition without informed consent, exposing vulnerable patients to unintended manipulation. There are reports of mantra addiction, where individuals cannot stop chanting, leading to social withdrawal and neglect. In extreme cases, followers have given all their assets to gurus after mantra sessions, their critical thinking completely bypassed. The dark web now hosts tutorials on using mantras for psychological manipulation, making this knowledge accessible to anyone. Even law enforcement has been trained to use mantra-like techniques for interrogations, inducing compliance through repetition. AI changes everything fast. Instead of falling behind, you can steal fresh AI business ideas that aren't viral yet at Horizon Radar. The same tool that can enlighten can enslave. Awareness is your only shield against this hidden manipulation. You now know the hidden power of mantras, but knowledge alone is useless without action. This is your defense. Awareness is your first and strongest shield. Understand that mantras can alter your brain's chemistry and perception. Set a timer for your chanting sessions. Never exceed 10 to 15 minutes. Prolonged exposure deepens neural grooves. Always maintain a critical mindset during meditation. Question any sudden thoughts or commands that feel foreign. Use grounding techniques. Focus on your breath or physical sensations to anchor yourself in reality. Alternate mantras with periods of silence. This prevents your brain from becoming habituated to the hypnotic rhythm. Choose mantras that are not overly repetitive in a hypnotic pattern. Vary the words or use affirmations with conscious meaning. Practice in a group with a trusted leader who encourages autonomy and critical thinking. Beware of gurus demanding blind obedience. Avoid mantras associated with known manipulative groups. Research the origin and intent behind the chant before using it. If you feel loss of control, stop immediately. Seek professional help from a therapist familiar with meditation-related issues. Educate yourself on the neuroscience of meditation. Knowledge empowers you to recognize when your mind is being influenced. True spirituality enhances free will, not diminishes it. Your ultimate protection is a strong sense of self and critical thinking. Hi there! If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. Smiling Face with Smiling Eyes Part 2 is dropping tomorrow. Subscribe for notifications. Loudspeaker.